Good evening, poker fans, and welcome to PKRTV, the proving ground for aspiring poker stars from the tables of PKR.com. Tonight's show leaves tournament poker to one side, focusing instead on the intricate and highly skilled world of cash game poker, where taking risks and maximizing value are crucial to success. Presiding over tonight's 25-cent, 50-cent all-in fest is Team PKR Pro Scott Shelley.
Okay, new hand.
25 cent, 50 cent, NLH. Don't ever say you can't get on TV for $25. Yes, you can. What great value.
I fold.
What's the min buy? And it's 50 VIGs.
Fold.
And that is $25. Boom. Fame, but not fortune.
You never know.
Call.
No, I suppose
Clean
not.
up the table.
Yeah, it could do that. We've seen 1,000
Let's see
big
the
blind stacks result from a 2-hour cash game TV table.
Gotta love Rocker. No matter the stakes, he is at the TV cash game.
Yeah, mate. 25 cent, 50 cent. We've just done a $3,
He's
$6
he was
one.
there.
He's all over it. He just loves the game.
Yeah. He plays a 50, 100 one. He just like that.
We should run it and see. If you book them, they will come. Not enough fans of Wayne's World out there.
You can imagine
in my
him
opinion.
being a bit more looser at this stake and just punting about,
Oh, yeah.
so to speak.
Oh, yeah, most hands. You'd expect him to be in most hands. Thanks for Chips opens. Sees a flop with one over. Not a disaster,
Calls a check raise.
right?
And now the lead from Rockin.
Rockin, absolutely
This is
nothing.
the
And this
river.
guy seems to have Rockin's number. The river makes life a little easier, though.
Just a tad.
Totally innocuous board here, and Rockin representing a minimum of a big ace. Absolute minimum, if you didn't know him.
Yeah.
He's going to get it right in the face for his final $68
There you go.
on the nose. Have some of that. And
Orlinski.
And in a way, I want him to call with the king high just to like set up the session.
Yeah.
People will just think
Just
he's,
say, okay, let's see what you got.
yeah. That's $68 for information.
Yeah.
Not cheap. And there we go. Jenny Doom, Masters winner.
New hand.
Cabota Joe, a standing dish at these tables. Always
Okay.
there.
There's a few of them that are in the 3-6 game as well.
Yeah, that's right. Stiff Master Stiff, perhaps better known for his tournament exploits. But lining up here to play some big pots post-flop. Clint 70 limps, which I can already feel Scott's frown deepening at the limp with ace-6 off from the 2-seat, wondering how that's going to be profitable in the long run.
Yeah, not the best option there.
Not exactly.
I fold.
But I'm sure you can make a lot more expensive mistakes than that.
Well, it depends what you do post-flop. But,
Okay, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose you can. Well,
We'll see now.
yeah, indeed.
I mean, if it gets followed to him heads up, then it probably wouldn't be the worst.
No.
Playing the well to peel a flop, but
Yeah, well, thanks for Chips. Actually, never come
Oh, he
across
did
him
pass.
so far, but
Here's the flop.
played the sevens fairly aggressively on flop and turn before he binked the 7.
Check.
Let's see what happens now. He's isolating with Queen 8 of diamonds, which I kind of like, actually.
yeah, I like that.
And
I
here's
call.
the turn card.
Well, airbag check calls top pair. Actually, the ace-6 would have been good. The irony of it.
I bet.
Fires a second barrel with absolutely squadouche.
Yeah, it's a good turn
gonna
to
call.
bet.
Here comes the river.
Gets peeled. An even better river, you
Yeah,
would
I
now
mean-
think. If you fire the turn, you kind of have to fire the river, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, they might have thought, oh, wow.
Wow, that's like a blocker almost.
Oh, please, raise. You'll be my new hero.
Well, the
Go on.
option is there to raise. Obviously, call is not going to be an option.
Be sick if they did call.
Raise.
Yeah,
yes.
new hero for Scott Shelley.
Thanks for chips. Well done to you, my friend.
Yeah, 2 hands. Two.
Right, no, but if this guy calls, he is my new hero.
Oh, really?
They get snap overtaken.
What if they raise? Not quite so much of a hero.
No.
You don't
If
like
they
that?
call, then yeah.
Oh! Well, he's sort of my new
If he
hero.
puts him in, he's my new hero.
Wow, if he puts him in, oh, he couldn't do it. He's still your hero, though,
Yeah,
surely.
because I suppose he is
The
still.
Queen
He
Eight.
found the raise still.
Wow, what a
Right.
hand. And we never really thought it would develop that way. But the 6-7 really deciding that his
But, like-
hand is good rather than turning it into a bluff. Do you really think he turned it into a bluff?
I think.
You think
if
he
it,
did?
Well, if it was good, why wouldn't he call? What's
No,
he betting for? What's he raising for value on
I
the
suppose
river?
you're right. But it just
like-
didn't feel to me like...
He's like,
Pushy.
but what can he get it off? Like, what can he get off
Yeah.
the river? Because they're never raising a king. They've either got
Wow.
a big hand or.
Raise.
I have to say, how often do you see a 3-bet bluff on the end? Not very often. You see a straightforward raise,
I mean, when
a 2-bet.
yeah, it's
But that's
you don't
sick.
see that every day.
No, you do not.
Fold.
Another reason to watch PKRTV and play on it. Bananas.
I would love a call.
I would have loved a call, yeah, that would have been great. But as it is, I'm loving what we saw.
Yeah, the raise was better than a fold for entertainment value.
Yeah. Oh, just a shame the final trigger couldn't have been pulled.
Imagine with no
200
fold equity.
214. Yeah, but maybe that's we've seen it a couple of times in today's kind of studio session where
The
we've
tournament,
recorded a
yeah.
couple. Yeah. But I mean, it takes balls to make a total airball move on someone who you think is committed.
Fold.
I fold.
But then I suppose that I can see how it works in your favour.
Yeah, it's like, well, you must have it.
Yeah. I'm going to start doing it now and stacking off to people who've got it.
Yeah. Oh no, they've
Oh,
got
right.
it.
Oh, they were committed with 1 pair or something.
Yeah.
Not even
fourth
big.
pair on a
Yeah.
4-card straight.
I fold.
I'm going to start bitching in the chat box about how I must have had it. How can you not believe I've got it?
I fold.
Incompetent.
Yeah. No one folds anymore. What a joke. This game's a joke.
You not got a fold button?
All right. Well, the Germans at it. Nines
all in.
gets it in. That's somewhat of a huge shove there.
Pretty damn big shove.
Yeah, 450 gets min raised to 750 for position.
Das ist das.
And
And
then
we're
they-
going to the races.
Oh yeah, we're going into the races for 100.
Wow.
Card.
That looks like they've got one out.
Here comes the
And
river.
forgive me if I'm wrong, but that is a 500 big blind pot. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Pre-flop, 250 bigs.
hand.
You probably wouldn't be recommending that in Harrington on cash games.
No, I don't think it's any chapter in that book.
No, definitely
There's not a special section about it. Or maybe when Sam Farha writes
Maybe, yeah.
a section of it.
Sam Farha should do the forward.
Did you see Cody picked him in his dream team?
I did see that. Yeah, but I think a lot of people picked him. Bain
value.
picked him because he was the cheapest, or close to the cheapest. Yeah. We're talking fantasy poker here, of course.
Raise.
Do you see Cody also invited side action on his team?
Yeah. I might take him
Didn't
up.
see any takers. I might take him just because.
We've both got the same captain though,
Right.
Mr. Deeb.
We
And
got-
not the Freddy.
No.
Ich gehe mit.
Although he's in my team too. He's
Oh,
one of the
right.
legends. He's good value, I think. He runs deep.
Yeah, that's true. And he plays all the games.
Yeah.
Right,
Didn't he win-
onwards.
He won the horse, didn't he? 50k.
I believe he did, yeah. Fives might well think that they got a squeak here. Nines definitely, bless you, nines are definitely going to think they've got a squeak. And of course, aces might well
Check.
also believe they're ahead. Everyone's checking here.
Check.
Yeah, Stiff Master's probably the only guy that's pretty sure he's not winning.
So could have
Pressure
bet.
of the turn card.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, blank on the turn, and it's time for aces to get value here. You can't just assume you're behind to one of the 2 outs.
Check.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him bet
The
there.
funny thing is, the nines is now going to bet for value in my... you'd imagine, and that's how the aces is going to get some profit from this hand.
I check.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh, if this checks all the way down, it might be the worst played aces I've ever seen.
I want the river to come 5.
The fives is going to have a stab. Airbag's done it before. He's going to do it again. Don't disappoint.
There you go.
There you go. It's-
But he's been given information that makes him believe his hand's the best.
Indeed,
That's
indeed.
like-
Why would anyone with a jack check it? And
wow,
a
and
sevens
the aces is
unlikely.
really short as well.
Okay, I call.
Wow, the aces is just like getting max value somehow.
Well,
It's just,
the
is
nine
the aces
snap-
just hoping for people to catch up?
The 9 snap folded, which
Yeah.
is decent, I suppose.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yes, stiff
Whoa.
master.
A complete. Yeah, but is that good given how short one? Did you say the aces were short?
Yeah, but
It's just throwing away money if.
if it gets through, though,
Yeah,
it's
if it gets
absolutely
through,
hilarious.
it's ridic if it gets through. Oh, the fives is it? You know, that's easy.
Yeah.
It cost him 15, and why not as well? You might well have got that through.
Yeah, I think he's
or
played it
been
fine.
ahead.
I fold.
Aces.
Well, let's see how quickly he calls it off then. Because it's like, yeah,
Ace
he's
has
got
got
45
44.
behind.
Well, he's only being asked for 30 here.
But it's 44.
Yeah, the whole lot. He puts it in, and well, Stiff Master might think he's got an out, but actually, what's he being asked for? $15. It's not worth 50. He's got 10 to 1. Yeah, but look, he's
If his
actually.
queen's good, then
Why is he? Why is he chopping? He was 10. It was 0%, 90%. Why was that?
maybe the 10% was
The other guys.
the fives
Okay.
or the nines.
Yeah. That must be wrong because he's obviously drawing dead there. So, but
Yeah,
but again, respect for having a go. He might well have thought, and also the way the aces played it.
Yeah, you
so
never think-
passively,
oh,
you
you
never
never
think
think
they're
they've
going to
got
be
an-
getting it in for another
I mean,
50.
no one's seen the hands. They're going to think, oh, that guy had a jack, not that he had aces.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
two hands that make up a 4-card straight flush.
King Jack can peel it in position, but chooses not to.
Fold.
Bluffing gets out of the way, and it's these two. I'm liking the frequency of 3-bets at this table. Perhaps we don't see that particularly often, but it certainly makes
call.
for interesting poker on the flop.
Here comes the flop.
Cabota Joe with the momentum. A pair for airbag. $11 on,
Bet.
and Cabo makes a standard C bet. And certainly not going to see an insta fold. He peels and does not improve. And the question here is, when you're peeling out of position with a marginal hand, how much
is
heat
the
can you
river.
take? Well, it turns out he didn't have to take any
See,
on the
I
turn.
would have definitely bet again as Kabuta Joe there. Just, I mean, King's a good card to rep. A lot of draws missed that you can take off the hand. And you're just going to win the pot a lot of the time, I think, on that sort of turn card.
Yeah, this should be over now.
I mean,
Going for a bit of value, but
it could be over, but we could see something.
indeed we
Interesting.
could. Well, I certainly think these kind of lower stakes cash game TV tables are ones where people can actually try stuff out. You know, they seem to come along and really have a go. Where perhaps on an ordinary session,
There you go.
well, and he's had a go there, but we've seen this once or twice now, where people are waiting perhaps one card too late
Yeah.
to put some pressure on.
I also think it didn't make too much sense.
New hand.
It didn't. Well, the only sense it made was a 5,
Okay.
right?
New hand.
Checking the turn,
Yeah.
hoping to get lucky, got lucky
But
on the
then
river.
what sort of hand do they free bet with a 5? Because they free bet pre.
True.
Well, they're saying that they are free betting 8, 9 of clubs, so I guess 5, 6 of clubs isn't.
Yeah.
I fold.
But,
Yeah. Or an even bigger hand that flop huge.
oh, what, like a set of jacks or
yeah,
something?
yeah. But
Speaking
still,
of
we're
jacks.
talking a pretty narrow range, really, aren't we? Onwards. Set of jacks flats, the Greek.
Ich erhöhe.
Gets 3-bet by Stiffy, I might call him, as long as he doesn't mind. He'll be all right.
Fold.
He's a fairly amiable fella.
I call.
Back round to the bullets, who calls. Jacks has an opportunity to put in
Oh, get
a
it in.
3-bet.
I just stick it in.
Oh, he's got 46. Look, there's 12 out there. Certainly don't want to be playing 3-way and losing all that lovely value.
All in.
Hey.
Yeah, it gets it in. Was that kind of been the intention when he flatted the 3x from the
All
9s?
No, I doubt it. I mean, it was maybe just to see how the hand played out
Right.
and just.
I suppose once the 4-bet's gone in behind, or the 3-bet's gone in behind you,
There
it's
you
the
go.
you've now got the right stack size to
Here's
get
the
it in,
flop.
Yeah.
whereas you don't
Here's the turn.
just against the opener.
They've been out flopped.
And here's the river.
Yeah, indeed they have. And, well, I thought they played it pretty nicely there, actually, but You
Yeah, I
can't
don't
win.
mind
If
what
you
they did.
can't win races, you're going to have the most astonishing non-showdown winnings
Yeah.
graph
New
in
hand.
history to be a winning poker player. Jenny
it
Doom,
fold?
of course, Masters champion from sometime in the distant past. Looks to be putting that 25 or 30 grand to good use. Mudbone, welcome to the table.
Fold.
Fold.
Makes it
Pass then.
3x with the raggy suited ace. Cabo likes to be involved.
I call.
Like a poor man's rockin'. It's not the worst thing to be called, surely, though.
Let's see the flop.
7-8. He's got a piece of that.
Is rocking a poor man's pain.
Froggin's a poor man's Bane, and Bane is a poor man's Ivy. Or Dwan. Bane's a poor man's Dwan. And there's no... Dwan is a... Don't know, there's nothing higher than that. That's it.
I bet.
Well, he's got an open-ender. Mudbone. Small pot, but hard to see where it's going to go from here unless he decides to check raise and win it right now.
Raise.
There you go.
Yep. And a couple of options here. Or is there really only the one?
I didn't see how... Mudbone's quite deep as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind another raise here.
Okay.
Yeah, another raise here
Just 'cause
allows...
you're making your hand look much stronger than what it is.
And it gives you more of a
it's just-
chance to win the hand on the turn, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you call, then you're not the one
Oh, wow.
who's going to be going up. Wow, that really... But now, he's only got 86 left, Mudbone. Cabo's actually got... If he wants to get it in here, he can get it in. But now does he think, maybe I'm...
I'm all in.
No, he's getting it in. He's going to gamble.
Nice.
He's like,
That's
let's
great.
go.
And after putting 40... Wow, he snaps. Mudbone
If that
snaps
holds-
with ace high.
The river.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that's like the second or third biggest pot of this whole session.
Okay.
One with ace high. I think perhaps if you're the 7-8 off there, can you feel extraordinarily grumpy about how that went down?
I'd feel a little grumpy at least.
I mean, you could have got called by top pair and
Yeah.
still lost, of
Yeah.
course, but your opponent's no right to be in that
Yeah.
pot. I mean, I respect the check raise, but remember, on the flop, the 7-8 made it $2.72, and they ended up getting it in for $120 each.
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
How does that even work? That's bananas. And, very unlucky there. And it turned out he had 7s and 8s as outs as well. That is sick. But there we go. He who dares and lunacy with the ace-3.
Right, we got top pair for Kabuto Joe.
Check.
How you can think that your 3 outs with the ace-3 might be good for you, so I might as well call the other $86
Nah.
after the 49. Doesn't even make sense even if
Nah,
you
I
think
don't know.
even if you think the ace is live, you haven't got the odds.
I mean, this is quite a
Nuts.
draw-heavy flop, so I guess they're just thinking, opponent's got a draw, I'm going to call it off of ace high.
Whoa, all right, well.
But it's
Ro-
a bit of a weird one. I mean, it's not something
Shiva.
I'd go with.
Not sober anyway.
With, like, no equity.
Yeah.
Check.
Literally had no hand, no draw.
Mm.
Just an ace flag.
Good enough.
Be sick if the guy's got, like, ace 9 of hearts with a bigger ace and the flush draw.
Right.
And you're, like, drawing semi-dead.
A little bit of, it's always welcome, a little bit of sex appeal. You don't see it very often at a poker table.
What, looking at Mudbone
Even
there?
a virtual one. Oh, yeah.
The old...
Hey, Barry!
yeah,
Barry!
that's what I was thinking.
Get the guns! Get the fucking guns!
Let's go for the baby!
Oh, dear. Classic avatars. Love it. I love Stiffy as well. He looks just like that in real life as well. Exactly like that. It's uncanny. Right.
Countdown.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Bit of lock stock. Legendary. Right.
You Lockstock? I was thinking Harry Enfield.
No, I know you were, but I was doing the two Scousers in Lockstock. The one with the massive, ridiculous hair and the little one.
Here's the
Get the
turn.
guns. They're the one who.
Oh,
rob the
yeah,
old
yeah,
people
yeah,
with the-
yeah.
And he gets shot through the. Great stuff. You get the fucking guns. Classic. Onwards, back to the poker. Second pair against top pair. Both have flush draws. Cabo, who has tried his best in this session, is finally, and I'm going to bock him now, finally going to win a pot. Second pair and Jack High Flush Draw, good enough to continue for Mudbone, who, in fact, wasn't it these two nutcases who were at it last time?
And here's the river.
Boom. Flush for both. Hooray! Cabo cannot win unless he folds. That's what Mike Sexton used
You
to
mean
say.
cannot lose?
Oh, sorry, cannot lose. Cannot lose unless he folds. That's what Mike Sexton used to say during every old school episode. Now, Vince, he cannot lose the pot unless he folds. It's like, yeah, obviously. But then they were teaching us in those days.
Not Mike Sexton.
Oh, come on, though.
What a
all I'm
legend.
saying is in the old days, they were teaching us, you know, the hand rankings and stuff back in 2000.
What was it then that the WP, they used to always say, he's got a wired pair of sixes.
Really?
Why was it wired? I never got that
That's what they
term.
say. Like in rounders, they say wired aces over kings or something like that.
But I never,
wired
I've
aces
ne-
or kings.
Yeah, I never got that saying.
New
He used to,
round.
if you watch an old school one with Mike
Yeah.
Sexton, he's like, Doyle Branson's got the wired fours. And
Yeah, it's old school.
yeah, it's pretty
It's
old
great.
Okay.
That's when Gus Hansen was winning like 5 WPT titles in a row.
school. And Freddie Deeb didn't know why. Have you seen that interview?
No.
That's the best thing ever.
Oh, right.
I think he beat him heads up in one of his
Cool.
first win. And Deeb was just like, the guy's awful. I don't know how he won. Like, he just plays anything. Like, he literally just abused his style of play and said he was awful.
I think some people might even still consider Gus to be awful. Oh, well, online dorks certainly may consider Gus to be awful, but we don't. Big love. There's a lot of big love in the PKR house for
Here's the
Gus.
flop.
Yeah, even though I did abuse him when I saw him.
Well, we're 19 way to the flop here. Let's just use the percentages to figure out who's got what.
Wow. Thanks for Chips has the biggest equity in the hand with a king and a 10.
Fuck the cards. It's all
We
about the
have
percentages.
no flush draws. We have an open ender for hookah.
Who's going to win this one? Yeah, we do have the open ender.
I'll take hookah
Let's
to
do
win
it.
this. I've got a feeling that a little 10's going to peel off.
In
They're
a
gonna
way,
stack.
I'd like to take airbag as long as I was getting the right odds.
I'll give you.
Like 15 to 1. Give me 15, give me 15
Do you
to 1
want
for a
20 to
tenner.
1 on the fives?
No, that wouldn't even be right. That would be bad. That would be bad odds. I'd need like 22 to 1.
Fold.
But they're gone anyway. It looks like we're going to be getting it in here. He's asked for 11 more. Calls instead of
I
raises.
told you it was going to come 10.
Gets there.
They call me Rain Man.
I
Right.
check.
Total gin card. And, well, it's all going in.
The only bad news for hookah is now they have outs to beat them.
Yeah, 116 behind. Question is whether to
All
call or
in.
raise. Oh.
That call.
Ops for the raise. 93 left.
And here's the river.
Snaps it off and doesn't get there. And thanks for Chips, who started the session off really nicely with a couple of well-played hands. Just gets unlucky there. And ends up with $5.69. Reaches for the reload button, one imagines. And time enough for a final hand. Hooker, the welcome recipient of the pot just
gonna
now, gets
fold.
out of the way with the Queen 10. Normally we see heavy action on the final hand of the day.
I fold.
Fold.
No one wants it.
Wire deuces.
No.
The stiff master stiff.
He can only lose this hand if he folds, Scott. Right. Well, there we go. 3x for the big man.
I'm going to call.
Yeah, go on, airbag. Position is everything.
Wide sevens.
I raise.
We need Shana Hyatt, really, don't we? This show is nothing without the
Yeah.
beautiful Shana Hyatt. If you're out there and you're listening, we'll pay you. We'll give you a cup of tea and a biscuit free every time.
I will bring you lunch every day.
Yes.
There you go.
And we'll find you a place to stay overnight as well, free of charge.
Here's the flop.
The twos might not be winning this. Jack 6 has picked up just the merest of draws.
Check.
I was trying to work out how 30%, but I suppose Jack is also
Yeah.
good.
And here's
Amazingly.
the stand card.
Well, sevens now a huge favourite, but you would never believe it. I can't see the sevens leading.
Yeah. No.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I can. I
Yeah.
see it in front of me right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Passer.
And, well, the pot is small. That was a pot-sized bet, and hard to see how Airbag could be continuing.
Airbag's just not going to have it. Just had enough.
Yeah, if that's the end, then, oh, well, we end on a fairly uninteresting pot. But thank you, Scott, and thank you all.
Wow, insane action there. Let's look at the winners and losers. At the bottom, Stiff Master Stiff got stiffed, $220 down. And at the top, Jenny Doom, the Masters champion, doing it for the ladies, $227. Couple of mental hands to talk about there. The ace high getting it in against the open-ended draw. What the hell's going on there?
Well, the draw was obviously playing their hand really fast, which I like just because they have a chance to pick up the pot without going to showdown. The ace-3, I guess, just felt their hand was good and was holding on tight against the draw.
Great read or maybe a bit of gamble, who knows?
Yeah, a bit of both, I think.
All right, and very quickly, one of the last hands of the session, the 6-7, flops top pair and then somehow turns it into a mental bluff on the end instead of making what might have been would have been a great hero call. What would you like to have seen there?
Oh, I would love to have seen a call. The way the hand played out, it just seemed like it was either a nut hand or a bluff. So when they re-raise with a 6, it's sort of just, you're only going to be folding out worse hands. You're never going to be folding out better, I don't think.
Gotcha. Well, interesting action. Thanks for joining us. From me and Scott, see you soon.